Hello, this is GS Bowling with JoBlo.com. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I want to congratulate you on a job well done with this series or miniseries. I was hooked right away, and I also want to tell you like this kind of show is in my mother's wheelhouse, and I really couldn't tell her anything about it because can't really talk about it until July 29th. But I sent her the trailer for it, and she was just like, "Is there anything you could tell me?" And I was like, "No, you have to wait until July 29th." So you already got someone like her hooked based on the trailer
Okay.
alone. So
Well, give her
congratulations
my
on that.
number. I'm happy to pitch her everything I have.
That's good. I'm glad to have the showrunner first, just because I would like to pick your brain a little bit about how did this kind of concept come to be, and like how did you discover this is the story that you wanted to tell?
Yeah, well, I think that the series really came out of this one question of like, what if you woke up one day and didn't know your own secrets? We all have the side of ourselves that we present to the world, the person we want everybody to see, that curated kind of image. But everybody has an inner self. Everybody has deep, dark thoughts that they don't share with anybody else, or things they did in their past that the people they're with right now don't know about. So Sophie's story is really a heightened version of an experience that's relatable, as she tries to uncover who that inner self really is.
Right, and I was also wondering too. A lot of this stuff is on the page already, but I was wondering did anything kind of change in direction or shape like once like the cast kind of got involved and you were able to see like what they were going to bring to the table when it came to developing the characters and all of that.
Well, I think that one of the relationships that really shines in the show is Gugu and Ollie, Sophie and James's marriage on screen. And what starts as, something that feels maybe more familiar, like, do we trust the husband, which you can tell even from the trailer, it becomes something so much more complex. And what those two actors bring to the screen and the chemistry and the emotional vulnerability that they show each other. I remember watching a fight scene from episode 6, which Sam Miller directed, and it was like watching theater. I was like, could those possibly be my words? Like these two people we almost used it without a cut. We just used the one take of this fight because they were so fully embodying these people and all the baggage that we've finally unpacked by that point in the season that I was just blown away.
And I will add to that too. I mean, watching the whole cast is great, but watching those two like basically kind of spar with each
Yeah.
other and like being able to play this like duality that they on the one hand he's a charming husband, there's also these like darker sides to him, and then her trying to figure out like what's true and what's not. It was really great to watch them both kind of go at it with that. It's very fascinating. I want to ask you though, like on a personal level, since this is a show about like who you can trust and who you can't trust. When it comes to getting information, whether it's from like family or friends, do you just trust with like no questions asked, or is it always smart to trust but verify?
Well, after watching and writing this show, I think the latter. We should definitely verify. But in my personal life, I tend to be very just like trusting and take people at face value. So maybe that's why I wrote a story that's the complete opposite of that.
Well, it's a great story, and they're wrapping me up right now. But I want to say that it was a fascinating watch. I can't wait for everyone else to see it, especially my mother, because she's very excited to watch it. So,
Okay, well, shout out to your mom. I hope she loves it.
she will. I know she will. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Sophia, are you ready to begin? Take me back. Where were you before? And before that? And before that? Can you keep going?
Do you know what it feels like to not remember anything? Everyone keeps telling me who they think I am.
It's a fresh start.
But if my life was so perfect, why did I try to end it?
Sophie, it's time to move forward.
But I need to know what really happened.
We do know.
No, we think we know, based on what we think happened. What if I didn't jump?
Was there anything unusual about that day?
You were saying all kinds of crazy things. A man pushed you from the boat. Your ID said one name, and you kept insisting it was something else.
It's the darkest hour in our forest.
People with perfect lives don't usually jump off of ferries. Day of the accident, your husband's alibi is a lie.
If you're starting to remember some things, that must be really scary.
Sometimes it's hard not knowing your own secrets.
We can't just pretend we're new people or that the past doesn't exist.
You really don't remember, do you? Your husband's not who you think he is.
Why did you lie?
She's starting to ask questions I can't answer.
Maybe I was wrong about everything.
Sophia, what's going on?
Just putting the pieces together.
It's a perfect world.